What's up, all YouTube fans and all Financial Freedom Made Simple fans? Sorry, I haven't been posting for a while, but as you can see, it's kind of hard to edit with just a left hand available. It's kind of hard to do other stuff as well. Here's a story of a tenant who was month to month in my Airbnb for about 8 months. He was always late for the payment. Granted, I require a payment 15 days before the first of the month. So for example, for the month of March, I require a payment on 15th of February. Why? Because it's a fully functioning Airbnb. If you're not gonna stay, I need to unblock the calendar because the calendar is blocked forever. So if you're not gonna stay and you don't pay me on the 15th of February, I'm gonna unblock the whole March, which means you're just staying by the end of March, and that's it. What happened was, he was always late with a couple of days, okay? That's okay, except in December, he's supposed to pay me 15th of December. He paid me on January 2nd for the month of January. And now, when I got back to the country, it was end of February, and I was thinking March is the last month he's gonna stay, and after that, he's out. However, I went through surgery, couldn't really give him the right paperwork. In the state of Florida, Duval County, the paperwork is the end of the month plus 30 days. So if it's March the 3rd, for example, I have to give him the end of the month plus 30 days. So to tell him that I'm not going to renew, I have to tell him that we're not going to renew after the month of April. I don't know if that makes sense. However, if it's March 27th, which is the date I gave him the notice, is the end of the month of March, plus 30 more days. So I told him, hey, we're not going to renew after April. He signed a lease for the month of April on March the 9th, but he never paid. And here's where the problem started. He was supposed to pay, he didn't. I told him that I'm opening the calendar, and he lost his shit. Which I've told him that before and explained to him that before, but now it was a big deal. The guy, I'm pretty sure, was on drugs. I mean, he's on drugs, and there's a lot of alcohol inside, as you can tell from the video you're gonna see in a minute. Today is April 1st. Luckily, we ended up parting our ways peacefully. And here's the footage where Conti actually helped me come replace the lock. And here's what I found inside. All right, today's cleaning day. As you can tell, it's just a lot of trash. But oh well. So I'm, I would say 80% done here. I'm just waiting for the help to come with another cleaner so she can help me do the dishes because I just can't. But I found so many socks, guys. Listen, you're a fucking bum if you're watching this video. You are such a bum, bro. There are like at least 30 pairs of socks thrown randomly. There's so much trash, so much trash. No wonder the tenant didn't want to see me on Monday. His whole plan was to bounce because the house is trashed. Now, I don't think there's going to be any deposit left. Maybe he actually needs to give me some money to remedy all the cleaning that we're doing. But the filter is also horrendous. Look at it. Jesus Christ. So here's a lesson for you guys. No matter if it's long-term, short-term stay, it doesn't matter. Every month you have to go to the property, and here's how the place actually looks after I'm done. All right, let's see what we did for a couple of days with the same property. As you can see, all the trash is out. The sink is clean actually. Go to the bedroom. Bedroom looks good. Ready for his next guest, which is today. Very big difference. This property has my heart because it was the first investment property I got. It's a 1-bedroom, big living room. There's a den here that I keep a lot of the cleaning supplies. So you can drop that wall down and that can become bigger, maybe a second bedroom, but I'm not gonna do that. But if you remember one of my first videos is washer and dryer here. I'm down on my knees cleaning this property. Oh. All right, well, this looks way better. The cleaners did an amazing job. What's up? And that's it. Oh boy, I didn't know how wrong I was. Well, how can you protect from things like that is those tenants left me $1,000 security deposit, It's the first time I'm not going to return a single dollar of security deposit. I'm going to itemize it and send it to them, which is next forwarding address. They didn't send me a forwarding address, so I have to send it to the last known address, which is here. And by law, I got to keep it. The law doesn't say for how long I need to keep it. I just need to send it to myself pretty much. Well, the law doesn't need to say for how long you keep it, because after you send that letter, the tenant has 15 days to dispute your claim. Otherwise, it just falls out of statute of limitations, so they can pound sand pretty much. I'm going to receive it in my mail, and I need to keep it if something's left over. But moving forward, I'm going to require 1 month rent. So this rent for $2,000, I'll require $2,000. Let's see if you're going to leave it in this situation. But the plan of this gentleman was for me not to come to the property, because if I come to the property, I'm going to see all that shit that was here. Anyways, he haven't texted me, hasn't called, haven't nothing. This is another story that actually ended up good. They left me the keys. They left everything, even after threatening me multiple times that they're gonna sue the shit out of me. Oh boy, little did I know how wrong I was in that previous video. Things were not gonna get easier, boys. Just strap on, because we went to court and I actually filed a restraining order against him. So about the end of April, he sent me like 60 texts and 50 plus phone calls. I don't pick up, I don't do anything, because you have to be smart. Going back and forth on text and on calls is just stupid. However, I did send him the letter that I stated what I charged him for. He ends up owing me about $220 if I remember correctly. Me, because I'm very petty, I was gonna go after it to small claims court and actually fuck him over that as well. However, I decided not to do that, be the bigger person. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. It's more for ego purposes if you go after $200. However, I went and filed a stalking TRO, which is temporary restraining order, which they granted me, and they got us a court date. And this Dumbo actually came to court to embarrass himself, thinking that he's gonna win. He actually called the police when he was still in my property on me, because I wanted to try to serve him with the 3-day quit or pay notice. And the police officer came after that and talked to me, and he said, I quote, "This guy watches way too much television." That's exactly what he said. So we went to court. I didn't answer any questions to the judge except one question, was, do you have printouts of the texts he sent you? Judge read the texts, gave it to him, and he said, did you wrote those? And this brilliant guy said, yes, I did. And the judge like, okay then, 6 months restraining order. He was not happy, boy. He started arguing with the judge, and I'm surprised that the judge did not find him in contempt of court. However, hopefully I don't hear from him anymore. 15-day statute of limitations has passed, so he cannot even claim anything about that security deposit anymore. But I wish he gets mentally better, because he seems a little delulu. So how can you protect from this is get a higher security deposit and go to the property every single month, rain or shine. Every month you got to be there, changing the filter, or just say, hey, I just want to inspect the property every month. All right, guys, thank you very much. I hope you found that story entertaining and amusing. I personally did, because now homeboy has a restraining order on his record forever. How smart you have to be to do that. Don't forget, the goal is not to look rich, but to be rich. Peace.